Okay, right. So they want to see the food, don't they? Don't want to see that bit.
Got it.
That's the bit that's like the fourth wall and all that. So they want to see me. They want to see the food. They want to see the techniques as well, and they want to see the top of my head. What we're going to make today is one of the most delicious things that we've been making this year. So we're going to make a Guinness and beef pie. It's a really super traditional pie recipe that clearly people don't make anymore. Not sure why, but it's full on old school kind of a recipe. It's simply butter and lard, salt and flour, but it's a hot one. So we're going to melt all that, and then we're going to add that to there, and it is super, super, super delicious. So here we go. The ingredients, we've got butter, we've got some lard, we have some water, some white wine, some Guinness, that way around, some chestnut mushrooms, bit of salt, bit of red wine vinegar, garlic cloves, lots of stock pot, some thyme, a bay leaf, some rosemary, and a kilo and a bit of beef, and we've got an onion here as well. So first things first, we're going to make a hot pastry. So we'll get this butter, we're going to stick it in here, and Ethan, you're going to come round in a second, waiting. Yeah, we're going to pop all that in there with our water. That's it, get in there, get in there. Right, now without displaying the fourth wall, yeah, you're going to sneak round and not see all the detritus that's behind you. I'm going to heat this up. Right, so this here is just going to melt. Once it's melted and incorporated, then we are going to add it to the flour. Now, whatever you do, Ethan, don't get too close to this, otherwise it goes up into the stuff. So, we've got some oil here. We're going to put about 50 ml of oil into there. Just going to get our beef. You can put flour into this. I think there's not much point there. Now, you don't even need to use this technique for this pie. You can just stick it straight in the pressure cooker without browning it. But we're all about flavour in this game, so we're just going to get the heat up on it, and then we're going to brown it like so. Okay, this is now all melted and incorporated with each other. We're just going to pop the salt in there, and then that goes in there. You got this? You got that? Mix this all in together. Coming together quite nicely. Doesn't take too long. And then once it's all brought together, we're then going to stick this into the fridge, let it cool. Gotta let it cool before you can use it in the pie. We're just gonna pop that into the fridge. Nice and simple. And then this is all gonna brown off. And then once that's browned off, we'll move on to the next bit. Final stages to the pie filling. Obviously you've got the pie pastry, that's in the fridge, that's all doing its thing. What I've done here, if you just get closer, get in there. You can see that is all properly browned off in there. Now, all these charry bits, that is all flavour in here. You could go a little bit more, but I think I'm kind of happy with that. Up. Okay, so we're just going to deglaze the pan. So we've got a little bit of white wine. That goes in. We're going to add in, don't know how much Guinness yet. Let's see how we get on. Maybe a can and a half. Can and a half of Guinness, so that's 600 ml of Guinness. Touch of red wine vinegar, so about a tablespoon of that. We're going to put in some rosemary, probably that. Did you see that? Did you get that?
Yeah, I got that in.
Yeah, a bit of that. A bay leaf. These are from the garden. We've got some thyme, about that much thyme. You can be faffy and take all this off the sticks and stuff. You don't need to. You can sort it out after. Garlic cloves. You're saying to me you're not even chopping them up? No, you don't even need to chop them up. They go straight in. Then you've got stock gel. Then we're going to have an onion. That all goes in as well. So we're not frying off the onions. We're not doing anything like that. Chestnut mushrooms. They're all chopped. They go in. And then we're just going to deglaze the pan with everything in it all at once. So we're just taking off as much of that charriness off the edge of the pan and sort of seal that. But this is all full flavour. We're going to add in a touch more of this Guinness actually. Look at all that. So 2 cans of Guinness in the end. Amend the recipe. So 2 cans of Guinness. We're going to put some salt in it. Say about a teaspoon. A bit more of salt. Okay, so this is basically a stew.
What's in that pressure cooker?
The pressure cooker at the moment is just some of the beef juices that I took off just to help speed up the whole frying process. Okay, and then that all goes in there. as you can see, that this whole pan now has been deglazed of all those little tiny bits. That's going to add in loads and loads of flavour. Right, Ethan, stop the video. We need to take a picture of this for the rest of it. What we're going to do now is we're going to put the lid on the pressure cooker. So we're only going to put this on full power pressure for about 20 minutes, 25 minutes. It literally takes that long to tenderise that beef and have all the flavours all mixed together. It's like it being blipping away for a good 2 hours. If you like it, so it's almost like beef soup, then you can whack it in for about 45 minutes to an hour. But I wouldn't recommend that. For this, 20, 25 minutes, you can always put it back on if it's not done enough as well. There we go.
Oh, I'm ending it now. Okay, got it.
So that has had just 25 minutes, and you can see, I don't know if you can you see this, Ethan?
Yeah.
Right, that is now tender. I'll just chopped out with a spoon. And so yeah, that's our stew mix. So it's not only a way of making a delicious stew, but it's also a really good way of making pies. But you can do this as all sorts of things. Honestly, pressure cooker, game changer. They're like 20 quid. Not now.
Not anymore.
Not anymore. Right, okay, so this is the end of the pie. So this is the pastry. I pop this in the fridge, and then about an hour and a half later, it goes all cold. So you very much sort it out. And to speed things up, I made a little disc that's going to be the little lid that goes on the top. And then this here, as you can see, it's quite thin. And this is the pastry that goes in here. This is well workable. This is not like a pastry that you need to be scared of at all. So I'm just going to stick this in here and essentially be quite crude with it and stick it into the corners like so. And then we should be left with a relatively thin crust. Like, see that? And as you can see, I'm filming this while doing a bit of childcare with my 2 children, who are, as well, the 3rd child's behind the camera. Say hi, Ethan.
Hi.
Come in, let's get it on camera. Let's get it on camera.
Yeah.
Come on. Finley, come on. This is going to go on YouTube, yeah? What are you 2 arguing about now?
That
Yes?
Finley wouldn't be my soul because
He wouldn't be your sword?
Stool.
He wouldn't be your stool? What does that even mean? Finley didn't want to go down on all fours for you to put your feet up on him.
Yes.
And you think that's out of order? I'll tell you something, man.
I did it to him.
Oh, more for you. Skedaddle.
No.
Yeah, no, honestly, because we're on camera, so you need to...
No.
Look, I'm in the middle of this. Skedaddle. Skimoosh. Skimoosh. Yeah, tell Finley that it has to be your stool, otherwise he's in big trouble from Daddy. So, here we are. We have our pastry. Then we are going to pop our stew that we've made. So as you can see, there's not too much liquid in it. But again, this is
I didn't do it.
Oh dear. So we're going to pop the stew in here. We're going to ignore the fact that Finley wasn't a stool. Yeah. This stew becomes a little bit too liquidy. You can actually strain it, or strain some of the liquid off and then reduce it. You can also mix up a bit of corn flour, thicken it up, or you can make a little sort of roux to thicken it up. Lots of different little options. But they can withstand a little bit of moisture, this pastry. So we're just going to add just a touch more of the liquid in there. See that? You got that? That's pretty good, right? Then we're going to pop our lid on it, and we're going to crimp it. Then we're going to get a knife. We're going to trim this. Like so. But then one of the big things is I like to just give it a little air hole
So it can breathe.
so the steam can be released. Now we're going to stick this in the oven, 180, and basically keep a check on it. Okay, that's the kind of thing. But we're looking for about 30 minutes at 180. So I'm going to pop it in the oven now, and then you'll see how easy they come out, because I didn't even grease it or anything like that. Because of the type of pastry it is, this will just pop right out when it's done. And this is what you get. You're going to have this beautiful pie. Make sure you get the good shot. I'm going to turn around this end. We're going to cut into it. And just look at that. In fact, I'm eating it. It's absolutely delicious. So yeah, really simple pie. The crust and the pastry is super easy to make. It's just, you can't make a mistake with it. Use a pressure cooker. We're talking like 20 minutes. And look at that, absolutely lovely.